My question was actually about it was about work ethic and self-discipline. And so for somebody to work as hard as you do, as long as you do, for as long as you have been, I mean, and you don't stop, how can you work to develop a self-discipline that's just untouchable?
The work ethic's a big thing, man. Beat the sun up, that's one thing. There's not a formula. It's like, what do you have to do to build a work ethic? Beating the sun up, it's just you'll never feel bad because you beat the sun up. I don't care. You bitch about it the whole morning, all the way up until you finally wake up, and then you're gonna be like, man, I'm sure glad this was awesome. There's something happens before sun's come up that is different, the most different part of the day. It makes you feel good about yourself at the end of the day. On victories, I see so many people get sucked into their own victories. And because their work ethic's broken, they don't keep working. They're like, oh, pat on the back, I got my deal. Let's go, let's take a vacation. And you see the destruction of these people. Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, he that night he's preparing for the next one. The work ethic is just, of all the top people, are so severe. So should be something, it's a great first question. Could be a whole book. Because one of the things, and the last thing I'll say on this is, this helps me, by the way, just you asking me this, really, the whole thing helps me. The work ethic thing is, it's also so that you start pushing whoever you're in a space with and you're competing with, you want to do some flexing. And the flexing doesn't have to be the car, because you can't just keep buying cars. You can flex work ethic. There's no budget. You can't go broke on it. It's never going to be bad for you. It might bother your spouse. Kids, it's never going to bother the kids. Don't kid yourself. The kids want you just enough, and then they're done. They're like, okay, get out of here. So that whole thing, they played this thing out in the 80s, I think, kids need quantity of time. The kids just need a quality time, but they don't want 3 hours. No kid wants 3 hours with their dad. Maybe yours does, mine doesn't. Am I right on this? I only have 2 kids, so I don't know. And at 17, 18 years old, they're not gonna want any of my time. And then they'll come back around later when they want money. And I'll be like, go get your own money. But the work ethic, I do a lot of flexing on the work ethic thing to tell people where I've been, where I'm going, how much I'm going, what I'm doing. It's not for customers. It's for my staff, and it's for the competition, or anybody that thinks they're competition. And we're convinced I'm the most disliked speaker in the space by our contemporaries. Jared and I were talking about this the other day. There's guys, there's just, the space is very small that I'm in. So we know, everybody knows everybody. And I told Jared the other day, I said, the deal is they don't understand how I work like this, because they're not. They're picking up their $2 or $3 million a year, and they're like, man, I'm the shit. Posting on Instagram, getting their likes, probably buying them. And then they're like, look at me. And that's not what I want. And so they're like, why does he keep driven like this? Driven is it's a huge asset if you can tap into it. Because most people cannot tap into it. And this comes right out of the book, If You're Not First, You're Last. If you can do what other people can't do, if you do what they refuse to do, if you become an asset where they have liabilities, you will it's a natural crush. And work ethic's one of those things.